What up YouTube, it's Misery's Company. In today's video, I want to jump straight into answering the question, is Seeping Bile still worth it, or is it just a trash gem that should be used for fodder? Let's get straight to it. So this question was asked on Reddit, so we're going to look at this first, and then we'll look at some more stuff in game. So the question is straight up, is Seeping Bile still worth it for a Crusader? We're just going to answer it for anyone. My ultimate goal is PvP. I just got ranked 3 out of 5, Seeping Bile dropped, and I wonder if it's worth upgrading. I'm a relatively new player, also gem advice in general would be helpful. Is the shield charge build around Coloster or Misery decent? Colossal of Misery, my name. Hey yo! If not, I'd run Horus. Here are my gems: Bottled Hope, Pain Class, Mother's Lament, Viper's Power and Command, and Blessed Pebble. But in thinking of cutting the Pebble, since I realized it didn't work with the banner, and I plan on always running banner with my builds. Good, that's a good thing. Hey, new player here. Why soap? Definitely keep banner on if you're being a Crusader. Don't be a greedy Crusader. Wondering if Everlasting Torment is good, Battle Guard, and the Bile I got also considerations. I consider myself a low to medium spender, buying most of the well-valued bundles. That's a little subjective, but so it says Bile no longer stops bandaging, requires some potency to do anything. I would sell and buy a question mark out of 5, basically any out of 5 Starfire Shard or Spiteful Blood, which is really good in PvP. Useful PvP gems for any class. I completely agree with that. In fact, upvote. I wouldn't upgrade a new Bile, it's not very good anymore overall, but it's still kind of expensive. Agreed. I have a 5 out of 5 rank 6 Bile that I inlaid a Starfire because it doesn't do much in PvP unless you have insane potency, which somebody else already said. It's great in PvE, but not so much PvP in the current state of the game. I'm actually going to disagree with the last part. I don't think it's good at all. Actually, I think it literally lost almost all of its value. Let's jump to the game as well. So if we look at what I'm running, I'm not even running my Seeping Bile anymore. In fact, I use it as fodder. And the reason being is that we have this gem, the Viper's Bite, which is a guaranteed poison. What is it called? The other one, Seeping Bile, had a chance, which is just insane. So if you go down to Seeping Bile, which again, I don't even have equipped, your attacks have a 4%. I know it's at rank 1, but 4%, that's so bad. And it takes so long just to get the increased damage that it's like, is it even worth it at that point? Like you could go several fights in PvP or PvE without even getting it to trigger. Whereas a 2-star legendary gem, Viper's Bite, gets it all the time. Damaging enemy poisons them with Vipers, causing them to take additional base damage every second, blah, blah, blah. Cannot occur more often than once every 20 seconds. So you'll basically always have this up every 20 seconds. You could go a full minute without getting the other one, the Seeping Bile. In my honest opinion, I think Seeping Bile is a completely dead gem. I'm actually curious. It's still selling out, which is absurd. And the only reason I can think of is that people they already have it and they don't want to lose it or waste it. Now, we do have other ways of utilizing gems that we don't want anymore with the new update that just came. But honestly, guys, I think Seeping Bile is just a straight up dead gem. To the point of the post, Spiteful Blood is a really, really good PvP gem. So what it does, taking damage while below 50% life causes Spiteful Blood to surge through you for 4 seconds, increasing damage done by 4% and making you invulnerable to primary attacks from other players. Spiteful Blood cannot trigger more often than once every 20 seconds, which is so good. There's not many defensive legendary gems. It's basically just 3, so Spiteful Blood, Frozen Heart, and then Phoenix Ashes, which nobody really uses anymore because so many other classes have that just as a skill, which is pretty good. I mean, Phoenix Ashes is good too, but it has such a long cooldown. I'm trying to make sure I didn't overlook any other ones. I think Blessing of the Worthy is kind of defensive, technically, because you have to take damage, technically. But ultimately, guys, I think Seeping Bile is a dead gem. It's nowhere near as good as Bloodsoaked Jade. It's worse than the 2-star version of itself in Viper's Bite. You could also argue Curse Sling would be a better 2-star legendary gem for PvP because you have a 50% chance when attacked to release a burst of light that blinds all nearby enemies, reducing their vision and causing total loss of control. And then also deal increased damage to blinded enemies. So it's a 15% chance. It's only a 2-star gem. You know what I mean? Like, and then he asked about Battle Guard, which is decrease all damage you take by 8% from enemies within 3 yards, which is basically going to be all, and as you level it up, it's just going to be all damage you take from melee people. And if you were to get that with a Spiteful Blood, you're just not going to take a whole lot of damage from Demon Hunters, Monks, Barbarians, Blood Knights. I mean, there's so many close range people. You're going to be super tanky. And that's just with a 2-star legendary gem and then a 5-star legendary gem. Now, again, the higher you get your Spiteful Blood, the better. But this isn't even that expensive of a gem right now. I mean, if you look at, wow, what am I doing? It's not even selling for max value. I mean, this one's obviously just cut the market a little bit, but it's still 53K instead of, what, 68 like some of these. I'm assuming Bloodsoaked is probably always going to be maxed, so I should be probably not even in here. Yeah. What's another usually maxed out gem? Yeah, so 61 is probably about right. 64, I think, is fully maxed out for a 2-star in terms of how much you can sell it for. But yeah, I mean, I just think, my personal strong opinion, if you can't tell, I think Seeping Bile is just a dead gem, and there's so many other options for PvP. But more importantly, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Am I wrong? Do you think I'm wrong? What's your take on it? Do you think Seeping Bile is dead? Are you still using it? If so, why? If there is a good reason, if one of you guys do bring up a really good reason in the comments, I will pin the comment so that way people can see sort of the counter argument to my point in this video, because no harm in being wrong. But I'm really curious what you guys think. So let me know in the comments below, and until next time, lock it in.